you're going to love it. But this is where the tomatoes grow from. Wherever there's flowers, that's where we're going to get a tomato. So we're giving this plant food. When you give it sunshine and water, it's good. But when you give it this, it's like giving it vitamins, right? So it makes it extra strong.
Here,
There. You gonna get it over there?
We are putting these in here.
What are you putting? What is this?
What's this, Billy? This is compost.
Well, there may be kids running around. There certainly may be chickens. A sleeping dog who's a comfort dog to me. A pond full of fish that's feeding our aquaponics farm. Lots of native plants. Lots of pollinators. Lots of birds. Lots of lizards. Mammals. Snakes. And certainly lots of food and lots of different species of native plants and places for kids to hide out and places for adults to be have a nice conversation, and definitely shade, lots of shade and quiet and solitude from a crazy busy street that has about 60,000 cars going by it a day. So I think it's a pretty important place to hold on to.
Well, the California Native Garden has been really helpful to me and also my family. It's helped me plant my own planter. It's educated me on certain herbs and vegetation that can help me with my dietary needs. And it's just a really good community. I've met two really good recent friends that also have a like interest in caring for, you know, the environment. I feel like it's important to have a space like this. We have a bunch of Starbuckses, we have a bunch of retail places, but unique spaces like this that give back to the community.
The benefits of having some kind of agricultural hub that's really teaching them about where they get their food, where they get what they put into their bodies, what is happening in the world, in the city that they live in with the development and the changing lifestyles. Like, all of that is so important. And so to have a hub that can really do all of that and become a resource for our school to partner with a farmer's market and to partner with other schools and organizations and to have events and find a space to do their community service hours and really find meaningful, maybe even future career paths, right? Like, all of this is so valuable to the community that it's something that we have to fight to protect.
So the thing is with all of this change, we still need to have places like this. And because technology and nature are able to form together now, we need to really be able to bring that. This place is the start of all of it. This started helping me because I came here 3 years in a row for their summer camp back when I was younger. And like, let me give you an example. I didn't even know what fennel was. This is a chain reaction to where I have my own little pots of stuff growing at home. I'm doing stuff now here. I'm able to do so much, but it all had a domino effect kind of when I started here, because if I hadn't come here, things would be so much different.
My kids out in the open air versus being contained in a building behave very differently.
Yeah.
And so to come here is kind of like a breath of fresh air for myself, being the mom, and then for them. It's such an amazing, unique space in San Jose that we don't have anywhere else, and it means so much to our family.
One of the key things too is that it's promoting innovation. This is especially important in the Silicon Valley because there's so much innovation here, and what happens here really branches out into the world. But there isn't a lot of sustainable innovation. There isn't enough sustainable innovation. There isn't enough healthy innovation, and that's why places like these are vital here. We don't need less of them. We need a lot more of them.
Well, we're in what some describe as the Great Turning, and this is a turning from an oil-based culture or a fossil fuel-based culture to a sustainable culture. And it's like a giant ship trying to turn, you know, the Titanic, there's a good example. and how they weren't able to turn the Titanic,
Right.
and it hit it hit the iceberg.
Right. They saw it too late.
Yeah, it was too late. And so they started too late in the Great Turning. And so we're a part of that Great Turning, and this garden is threatened for demolition. And we have codes and laws that have been made and enforced for an oil culture, for really a non-sustainable culture. And we weren't really thinking about it because we lived in the land of abundance. But now we really have to think about it because we're running out of time. And we are all on this boat together. And this is a symbol of what it means to be on a sinking boat. If anything that I said resonates with you, that the best thing you can do is to make a donation. You can also stop by the garden any day, Monday through Friday, from 9 till 3. I'm usually here. And sign up to be a volunteer, and let me know what your skill set is and what your passion is, and we'll try to hook you up with something that's going to be meaningful in your life as well as to advance our work here.